Good morning, traders. Welcome to an Ichimoku Cloud Chart Market Review of the NASDAQ 100. I've got the big picture daily Ichimoku Cloud. And we can see here we had a lovely rebound from old cloud chart support levels. Incidentally, these old highs, this rebound coincides well with these old highs, the cluster of old highs there. So that gave us a little bit more confidence in trading this sell-off in the NASDAQ when it sliced through the cloud. We also did manage to get a rebound as the lagging line of the cloud indicated that there's a little bit of support in and around these levels. So then NASDAQ rebounded from old highs, managed to get through the bottom in cloud resistance, traded all the way up to the top in the cloud, then reversed a little bit, and now we're back struggling to advance. At least we're back above the cloud. That is generally bullish. Price action above the cloud, or the bottom in the cloud in this case, is quite favorable. But we're not out the woods yet. The front end of the cloud is indicating that the NASDAQ might still experience some weakness, and ideally we'd like the price action to be clear of the cloud, entirely on top of the cloud, so that will be very positive for the NASDAQ. It's currently struggling with the standard line resistance, is that brown line there, as well as the front end of the cloud resistance. So it needs to break past these levels for us to remain exceptionally bullish. But that's the risk factor, is now, are we going to get a breakout past these levels? And it's a significant line because it's the standard line as well as the front end of the cloud, as well as this cloud level as well. So the NASDAQ's got a pretty big tall order to get through this resistance zone. If it breaks through this resistance zone, then this standard line level there is the next resistance zone, and then the top in the cloud is the next one at 13,492, just under 13,500. Turning to let's go to the weekly just to highlight some of the risk, because last time we were highlighting the risk and we were expecting a 10% correction. The correction did come, and it did rebound from this level on the clouds. Important to note that that's a standard line or a baseline of the Ichimoku cloud, and that coincides well with these highs. So that's a key support zone, as well as the front end of the cloud. 12,655 is a significant support zone to watch out for on the NASDAQ on a weekly. So there's some downside risk to 12,655, and we need to get past this little blue line, which is the turning line of the cloud. Price action normally needs to be above that line too as well for us to be bullish on it. But price action above the cloud from a big picture perspective is still bullish weekly, but do note that the risk is quite high. We are quite still extended from the top end of the cloud, and that's the significant risk. But turning to the 4-hour chart, you can see we've had massive correction, sliced to the bottom in the cloud, didn't find support at that level there. And then we were looking at all these other levels, bottom of the cloud there. 12,302 was the next support zone, and the one after that was 12,081. But we did manage to get a rebound from 12,302, did test this level twice, and then it just gapped up, and you can see how it's now navigating the front end of the cloud. This level together with that front end level is now acting as resistance. We need to see a breakout past that level, and then the next target to the upside will be this level of 13,318, and that line in the sand there. So that's also a significant resistance zone. Now, from an Ichimoku cloud chart perspective, the 4-hour chart is basically bearish because price action is below the cloud. And we can also see a significant portion of the front end of the cloud is already in negative bearish territory. So these are contrarian trades, trading the swing trades from the bottom end of support to the top end of resistance. These are contrarian swing trades because the 4-hour chart is still somewhat bearish. Looking at the hourly, you can see we've managed to grind past the top end of the cloud so the outlook has changed from bearish to bullish, but there were plenty of short selling opportunities on the hourly, as well as swing trades from key support levels back up to the bottom end of the cloud. So now we are above the cloud, and levels to watch out for is this one 12,750, as well as front end of the cloud 12,665. These are key support levels to watch out for in the current on the hourly chart. But just back to the daily, more important data on the daily one. We can see like we say, this line that one's the one to look out for. Are we going to get break past these levels. If we break past these levels, that will be very encouraging for the NASDAQ. But so far, struggling in the cloud. Not out the woods yet, because price action is now below the bottom end of the cloud, the top end of the cloud, so that is somewhat, that is a risk factor to bear in mind. But this week, the catalyst I'm looking for is for the NASDAQ to break past these levels. And then that will be also a very encouraging sign. But ideally, we want to see the price action back above the cloud, whether it's this side or that side. It just needs to break past the top end of the cloud. All right, until next time, happy cloud chart trading.